Hi, this is Lynne-Marie, and I'm here to show you how to put together an envelope junk journal or folio using just envelopes that you have around the house or envelopes that you print out and assemble like I did. If you print them out on papers that you choose and then assemble them yourselves, you don't have to glue anything on top because they're all ready. You choose what you want on your envelopes and go with whatever papers you're looking for. So that's what I did, and I made 3 4x6 envelopes, and then I've got 2 that are 3x4, 2 that are 3x3, and 1 is a money pocket that is, I guess you would say, 4.5x3. Anyhow, you can use multiple different sizes. You decide what you want to use, what you have on hand, and how you want to assemble it. There's not just one way to do this, but I want to show you the basic structure so that you can just play off of that and use your creativity. Okay, so first off, I'm going to make my basic structure using the larger envelopes. 3 that are the same size works best. You can try other sizes, but I found that this was a good base. So I want 1 to be my closing flap that will not be glued down, and I chose this one because, well, this one just had the 1 flower and this one was a bit more plain. So this is the one I chose to be my closing flap, which makes this the back of my journal. And then next I'm choosing which one I want to have as my front, and I chose this one. I already made all these decisions before the video, of course. And so this one is just going to be glued down like so, like you're putting the envelope on top of the other one. Glue that down, and then we're going to make a middle flap using our 3rd envelope by inserting this flap into the cover of, the 2nd envelope. So that, with this being glued down, that makes kind of like 3 pages. But I'm not gluing it down just yet because I want to add some envelopes that are going to tuck in here that I wouldn't be able to add in if it was already glued down. So this one is going to go here, and then this one is going to go here, and that's going to be all glued down right there. Okay, so I already figured this out before. That's why I'm doing it quickly, but it took me a while to figure out how I wanted it. You kind of dry assemble first, and then when you're pleased with what you've got, you can go ahead and start gluing. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this one on the back of here. Get the glue out. So the kit that I use to make these envelopes is called In Transition, and it is in my shop at the Lily Pad. And it's going to be available this Friday. So I like to showcase what you can do with them. It's just a printable kit. There's no instructions in the kit on how to make this. This is just one thing you can do with it. So I'm keeping it pretty simple. I have other kits in there that have instructions to make a specific project, but this one is just very versatile. What I like about this theme with the mail, the vintage ephemera, and the kind of nod to travel is that it's very versatile. So you can use it for layouts about traveling. Okay, that glued there, so I'm gonna glue this one now. So I was saying that, okay, so if I edit this part out, I just wanna say that I made a mistake and I put the glue on this side and I edited that part out. I wiped it dry and it's still drying. Yeah, I put it on the wrong side. These things happen, not the end of the world. So this is going to go in here. Oh, this is easier said than done. Okay, we got it. There. Make sure it's all lined up properly. It's a little wet because I had to wipe that glue off. But there we go, we got it. Yeah, okay. All right, back in business. So next I'm going to glue this front flap that we had to the back. Whoop. There we go. Wipe up that glue. All right. Okay, so make sure we have that everything closes properly. So I had to readjust my spine here. There, it looks good now. It's all lined up. And now we have a pocket, another pocket, this one, and the back. But we're not done. So for my cover, I want to add these. So this one is going to go here, and this one is going to go there, so that I'll have kind of like the flap opening, open, open, open. And then this one is going to go right here, and that'll flap up, over, and then these ones. All right, so that's what it's gonna look like in the end. Get these glued down. So I already started decorating them a little bit, and I'm going to finish decorating it off camera and do a flip through to show you the final product on a separate video. Or probably at the beginning of this video. Yeah, I'll probably do that. Okay. So before I made that mistake with the glue on the other envelope, I was saying that that this is a versatile kit because it can be used for many different themes. So if you like heritage layouts or projects, this works really well. If you want to document the trip that you went on, it's got the travel theme with the airplanes, and if you're into art journaling or junk journaling, I love to I used to document a lot of events in my life, and then I realized that now that my kids are older, I have 3 boys, none of them are interested in my scrapbook layouts. None of them. Even their girlfriends or wives, they're not super interested. They like to see pictures and videos, but they're not interested in my scrapbook stuff. So now I scrapbook and junk journal for myself, what I want to do. And I use it to just work through stuff in my life, stuff that I'm thinking about and whatnot. Okay, so here we go. We've got, my structure is done. So there's the opening flap. We've got a flap here, flap there, close it. Another flap here, I've got a pocket here, another one there, and here. Then we have a pocket here, a pocket here, and a pocket here. And now I'm going to add this little lady as my cover. So I want to put her right here. I'm going to glue her on. So this is the beginning of my decorating my junk journal. So I'll show you how it turns out at the end. I think that's enough. So I added one of the word art and a little flip here to show that you open it like that. And I'm gonna decorate all the rest, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like when I'm done. So it's as simple as that, very simple project. Again, you can use envelopes of different sizes. I've seen someone sew in a signature at this point on the last page. It would add some bulk, and then you would have to probably have to work the spines a little bit to accommodate that bulk. But I just wanted to make something really simple. I'm going to tie it together with some string and add my decor. And I'll be back with that. I just tied it together with some string, decorated the cover a little bit. The first flap, the second flap, I made a little belly band, another card there. And then here I used a tag to make a pocket. We've got another one here and here, little tag. Then another, I used a journal card here to make another pocket and put a journal card inside. And then we have this envelope here. Oh, and I forgot to show the other one. Okay, here I've got a big paper that I just folded up. One of the papers from my kit. Folded it up and put it inside. And there you go. Oh, and also the back. So I used another journal card and made a pocket and put a few tags in there, and this word art as a little belly band for the special delivery of flowers. There you go. That's it.